Good morning, ohayo gozaimasu, and aloha. Welcome to our Jodo morning service. Today is April 14th. It's Wednesday. Today I expect visitor to come to visit this temple after for a long time. Nowadays little by little I get the request to visit the temple, and then I think because I got vaccine, I want to welcome the visitors. And then also through the email I receive emails, and then sometimes I cannot answer because I'm busy, and then sometimes sorry, but I try to answer your questions. It may take time, but I want to answer. So today I'm kind of looking forward to meeting the visitors. Today's words of Honen Shonin is about 4 modes of practice that is called Shishu in Japanese. Shishu. So Shi is 4. 1, 2, 3, Shi is a 4. And then Shu is actually to practice or to learn. And then Shu is to observe, to practice. But Shu means that to repeatedly to practice. So Shishu is that repeatedly practice 4 modes. And Jodo Master Honen Shonin says that 三人四種と申すことの総論は皆欠如して南無阿弥陀仏にて往生するぞと思ううちにこもり候なり。And that is written in the one sheet testament. That is Honen Shonin's 一枚記章文. So the very important concept, we call it Trinity of Jodo is that first faith, that is Anjin, or it's called 3-4 devotional hearts, right? Anjin. Then we have Kigyo, that is practice. And also, how do we practice? Our attitude. There are 4 modes of practice. That is Shishu. The conclusion of Jodo teaching is that all these 3 Trinity, that is faith, practice, and practice modes, are all included in your reciting Namu Amida Butsu with your sincere heart that you want to be born into Amida Buddha Pure Land, right? So, although we have some difficult concepts like Shishu or 3-4 devotional hearts, that you don't need actually. Simply, so these 3 Trinity is equal that Namu Amida with your wish to be born into Amida Buddha land. So, Honen Shonin's conclusion is always 6 characters. That is Namu Amida. Namu Amida. If you say Namu Amida, that includes 3 devotional hearts, faith, practice. We have 5 different kinds of right practices. Among 5 right practices, we have rightly established practice, Shoujo no Go, and supporting, practices. And then also 4 modes of practice. Then why we have, we need 4 modes of practices, Shishu. So today, let me read the words of Honen Shonin. The 4 modes of exercise. So this translation uses the word exercise. You have instructed us on the issue of faith for the attainment of birth in the Pure Land. Why should we learn about practice for birth in the Pure Land? Practice should be based on the instruction of the 4 modes of exercises for birth in the Pure Land. Practice should be based on the instruction of the 4 modes of exercises for birth in the Pure Land. The first mode is to exercise Nembutsu in infinity. The second mode is to exercise Nembutsu in reverence. The third mode is to exercise Nembutsu in continuity. And the fourth mode is to exercise Nembutsu in purity. The first mode is to exercise Nembutsu in infinity. Master Shan-tao interpreted this thusly. One should continue Nembutsu without resting until one draws his last moment. The second mode is to exercise Nembutsu in reverence, which means that one should always be mindful of and revere the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Samgha of the Land of Ultimate Bliss. The third mode is to exercise Nembutsu in continuity, which is explained in the Essential for Birth in the West, Saiho Yoketsu. As follows, continue to repeat Nembutsu and develop the heart for Ojo. At all times, direct your thoughts to Ojo. The fourth mode to exercise Nembutsu in purity, which is stated in the Essential for Birth in the West. Exclusively aspire birth in the land of ultimate bliss and worship Buddha Amitabha do not include practices other than Nembutsu. In sum, what is essential for birth in the Pure Land is a daily recitation of Nembutsu. So, in the very last sentence, the conclusion, in sum, what is essential for birth in the Pure Land is that daily recitation of Nembutsu. So the first mode is called Jōjishu. So Jo means long, and Ji is time. So Jōjishu is an exercise for long time, the practice for long time. And Master Shan-tao interpreted this Jōjishu as lifetime long. So Nembutsu is not only today, but for tomorrow, and it continues until one draws his or her last moment, last breath. So Jōjishu means that we continue to do it for lifetime long. That is, and this is actually makes sense because we want to be reborn into Amida Buddha's land. We want to be born in Amida Buddha's land, right? So in order to do this, we need to have this faith for lifetime long, right? If you don't hold this such a faith, you cannot be born in the Amida Buddha land, right? Lifetime, you need to hold the faith to be born into Amida Buddha. So that's why lifetime long is very important. And also, we actually, our life is floating, so anything could happen. Everything is changing. So changing is our nature, right? So for lifetime long, it's important to have faith for lifetime long. And that causes us to be born into Amida Buddha land. So today, okay, I believe in Amida Buddha. Then tomorrow you don't believe in Amida Buddha. Then how can you be born into Amida Buddha land? Yeah? You probably don't want to be born. So lifetime long to hold it is very important thing. The second is called to exercise Nembutsu in reverence. So that is called Kugyoshu. So ku means to revere, to respect, and gyo is to respect. And the difference, both means respect, but the ku is with your form, with your body, to express respect. That is ku. And gyo is that with your heart to respect. So Kugyoshu is that to exercise Nembutsu in reverence, both your heart and your body. So like prostration, gassho, bow, to do Nembutsu with such kugyoshu, the exercise mode. And number 3 is the Nembutsu in continuity. So Nembutsu in continuity is mukenju. Mukenju. Mu is no or nothing, right? And the ken is interval. So interval, no interval. Nembutsu in no interval is actually Nembutsu in continuity. So continue to do Namu Amitabha, Namu Amitabha, Namu Amitabha. That is the number 3 exercise mode. Continue to repeat Nembutsu and develop the heart for Ojo. So by continuing Nembutsu, we develop, actually, we encourage our faith. That is Mukenju. And then it is said that this Mukenju is very important. Continue to repeat the Nembutsu. Is because our nature is that we tend to be lazy, right? So in order to get rid of the mind of laziness, we need to encourage ourselves. How we can encourage ourselves is that do it continuity, right? And the continuity means that to do it every day, to do and set a goal to do every day, so that we continue the Nembutsu. At the same time, we continue to get rid of the lazy mind, our lazy mind. So that is Mukenju. And then number 4 is Muyoshu. So Muyoshu is, Mu is again no or nothing. No. Yeah? It's a negative. No. And then Yo is actually means miscellaneous. So Muyoshu means no miscellaneous practice. No miscellaneous practice means Nembutsu in purity. So only Nembutsu is good for the birth in the pure, right? So I say that each religion has vector or direction, which way we are facing, which way we are going. And if the object of worship is different, then of course the practice is different. What we need to do is different. So for Amida Buddha, we face our direction, our vector is towards Amida Buddha. Then we need to the way to Amida Buddha. We need the vector to the Amida Buddha, and that is Muyoshu. And other practices, although other practices are good, other practices are great and very interesting. However, in order to achieve the birth in the Pure Land of Amida Buddha, the practice, any other practices, although good, is not good for going to Amida Buddha, right? We need to do Nembutsu in purity. So Muyoshu is exercise Nembutsu in purity. So only Nembutsu, pure to recite Namu Amida Butsu is what we need to do. And so to exclude all other practices are important. And then Muyoshu is to get rid of miscellaneous thoughts. We can purely to recite Namu Amida Butsu for the pure purpose of the birth in the Pure Land. And then, Kugyoshu. So I said that Ku is to respect with body, and Gyo is to respect with heart. And there are 5 objects that we respect. It's according to Saiho Yoketsu. So Saiho Yoketsu is, I think, written by Kiki. This passage, yes, Kiki, is a 7th century Chinese Pure Land master. The Saiho Yoketsu in Japanese, composed by Huichi, Kiki, 632, 682, the author encourages the reader to aspire birth in the Western Pure Land while answering the 14 questions posted by other schools. So the first object that we need to revere and respect is that Uen no Seijin. Uen no Seijin is that Amida Buddha, and then his Pure Land. So that is number one that we would like to revere, respect. And the number two object to respect Fugyoshu is that Uen no Zokyo. Uen no Zokyo is like the Buddha statue. That is the body of the outside body of the form, like Buddha statue, Buddhist scriptures. So in our tradition, that is Jodo Sambukyo, is the triple Pure Land sutras. So that is to respect with body and our heart. And the number three object is Uen no Chishiki. It's a Jodoshu teachers. So teachers is to that we need to respect, right? So in whatever we learn, whatever we study, the teachers are very important that we need to always respect. So in this sense, one of the five objects of Nembutsu in reverence, with reverence to with body and heart to respect our teachers. And then number four is Uen no Tomo, or is actually the company, is our Dharma friends. So with Dharma friends, we encourage each other, we praise each other, and together is one of the most important concepts for Mahayana Buddhism. We are not alone. We are interconnected each other. We are supporting each other. We are encouraging each other. We are praising each other. And together with you, we are born into Amida Buddha land. And that is actually Amida Buddha's precious vow that he wants to save everyone without exception. So Nembutsu no Tomo, it's a Uen no Tomo, is one of the five objects to respect. So Dharma friends, Nembutsu brothers, Nembutsu sisters, Dharma brothers, sisters, that are we need to respect. That is number four object of the Kugyoshu. And then number five, number five is Sambo, is three treasures. Sambo or three treasures. But three treasures is like Juji Sambo, is according to Jodo Shudai Jiten. And Juji is that to be visible, like Buddha, Dharma, Samgha. And then Buddha is like a Buddha statue, something you can visible. And the Dharma is like teaching. So it's like Buddhist scriptures in our tradition, Pure Land Sutras. And the Samgha is like a teachers, Jodoshu teachers. And so the Buddha, Dharma, Samgha is number five object of the respect. So by doing, showing the respect in reverence, what's the meaning, of to exercise Nembutsu in reverence, and to respect five different objects. What does it mean? Is that to get rid of our arrogance. We tend to be good, but we actually deny that we are good. we actually realize we are Bonpu, we are karmically evil. That realization, that, is actually the purpose of Nembutsu, exercise Nembutsu in reverence. So always by having, the great object, we know we are not perfect, right? By having higher object, we know we are lower, right? So this, we are karmically evil. That is a very starting point. So Bonpu, because of Bonpu, we are saved. We are saved. If you are perfect, you don't need help. You don't need to be saved. You don't need to be saved because you are perfect, right? But because we are karmically evil, we are never perfect. We need help. We need save, right? So that Amida Buddha wishes us. And in addition, by realizing we are not good, we are Bonpu, we are karmically evil, we are not perfect, then we can always develop ourselves for the better. If you think you are good, your development is over, right? You may be satisfied, but that's all. But by realizing we are not good, we can always develop ourselves. Thank you very much for joining in the service, and I want to start a service. So, sorry, I'm letting know through the SMS. 何万だ何万だ。I aspire for my body to be as pure as an incense burner. I aspire for my mind to be like the light of wisdom. With every thought, I burn this incense of discipline and meditation to dedicate myself to the past, present, and the future Buddhists of the 10 directions. 一心教来寺法会上寺部一心教来寺法会上I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Buddhists who eternally dwell in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Dharma, the teachings which eternally exist in the lands of the 10 directions. I wholeheartedly take refuge in the Samgha, the community which eternally exists in the lands of the 10 directions. 無常みなせ尊入道場無常釈迦如来入道場無常実法如来We reverently call upon Amida Buddha, the world-honored one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon Shakyamuni Tathagata, the enlightened one, to enter this sacred place. We reverently call upon all the Buddhists of the 10 directions to enter this sacred place. 我釈所蔵諸悪語勧誘無視頓人知受信語意思少々一切が今回三元 The harmful actions I have done in the past are all derived from my inherent greed, anger, and delusion. Born of my conduct, words, and thoughts, I now repent them all. 10年 ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブムアミダナムアミダブツナムアミダブ無常人人未妙法百千万語難相具が本見門徳十字願下如来真実The surpassed, profound, and wondrous Dharma, even after 100,000 million aeons, is difficult to encounter. We now here receive and uphold it. May we understand the true message of the Tathagata. Nembutsu. 仏説無量寿経丹仏樹高原義義人無国行善妙無用道者日月間に修行遠慮開室音平有脈十目如来用言調整無輪小学大用ゴール外門精進三昧智慧徳無老修正慶人大前で小仏北海愚人人の空語外定無名欲ぬ生尊用人の死死人徳無量空君五大智慧人妙光明意相神道大天願がサブ大小法語可動生じ美不芸夏不正上位会人精進用で三昧智慧上合成特物不行志願一切空意差大や慶子有物薬千の九万無量大小修行語弱用一切死と勝負不行具の現象不客非行語者勝負正解無不影無修節道公明失笑変死小国行税生じ偉人難量量が差仏国道大一号周期明道上超絶国行内二無と相が相愛民道脱一切自法来生心霊症状意図が国慶楽安の公部神明税が心情津願を非力少々欲実行せ知恵無下上量子孫知が信行計量心思食毒中な行精進人寿空計 The luminous face is majestic, and his sublime powers unsurpassed. To such radiant splendor, nothing compares. The sun, moon, and precious jewel that shine so luminously, all become obscure and dark like black ink. The Tathagata's appearance transcends this world and is beyond compare. Your great voice of perfect enlightenment resounds in the 10 directions. Your conduct, learning, diligence, concentration, wisdom, and majestic virtues are unparalleled. They are extraordinary and wondrous. In profound clarity and virtuous mindfulness on the oceans of teaching of all the Buddhas, you have mastered their depths and exhausted their secrets to the end. Ignorance, greed, and anger, the world-honored one, is forever without. Among humans, you have the valor of a lion. Your sublime virtues are infinite. Your accomplishments are vast, and your wisdom profound and wondrous. Your radiant light, with its majestic quality, shakes the great thousandfold world. I vow to become a Buddha equal to you, sacred Dharma King. Transcending birth and death, I will lead all to emancipation. In generosity, resolve, adherence to precepts and diligence, as well as in meditation and wisdom, I shall be supreme. I resolve to become a Buddha to carry out this vow. To all who are afraid and fear, I will bring them great peace. Even if there are Buddhas, hundreds, thousands, millions, innumerable great sages, as many as the sons of the Ganges, I shall make offerings to them all, to every one of these Buddhas. Nothing will be like my seeking the way, resolute, unfailing. So even if, like the sons of the Ganges, all the Buddha worlds again consist of uncountable infinite lands, my radiant light shall completely illuminate and pervade through all these lands. Thus, my devotional practices and sublime powers will be impossible to measure. May I become a Buddha whose land is most sublime. May all who are there be wondrous and unique, and may this place of practice be supreme. This land will be like ultimate enlightenment and beyond compare. I will have compassion for all beings and emancipate them all. Those from the 10 directions who come to be born in my land, their minds will be joyful and pure. Having reached my land, they will immediately experience happiness and serenity. May the Buddha believe in me and be my true witness. I bow before you to dedicate my strength in achieving this aspiration. The world-honored ones of the 10 directions, having unimpeded wisdom, may they forever bestow this honor and know my will to practice. Even if my body must undergo all suffering and pain, I will carry out my practice with diligence and endurance to the end, without regret. 本税芸。弥陀本税願極なくしよ文上残と栄光即所無所心 Amida Buddha's original vows are the essential gate to the ultimate bliss. May this merit be transferred equally to enable us to immediately attain birth in the Pure Land. 10年。ナムアミダビナムアミダビナムアミダビナムアミダビナムアミダビナムアミダビナムアミダビヌアミダナムアミダビチナムアミダビ慎み敬って拝読し立て祀る元祖大師御法語第14章問う信心の用は受けたまわりぬ行の次第いかが候めき答うShishuをこそ本とすることにて将来一つには成就主ないし四つには無余主なり一つには成就主というは全道は命の終わるをごとして誓って中止せざれという 二つには苦行寺というは極楽の仏法双方において常に憶念して尊重をなすなり、三つに無限死というは妖血には常に念仏して往生の心をなせ、一切の時において心に常に思い巧むべし、四つに無よしというは妖血には雲柄極楽を求めて皆の来年するなり、ただ所要の行語を雑記せざれ、所作の業は日別に念仏すべし。Teachings of Honen Shonin, Day 14. The Four Modes of Exercise. You have instructed us on the issue of faith for the attainment of birth in the Pure Land. What should we learn about practice for birth in the Pure Land? Practice should be based on the instruction of the four modes of exercises for birth in the Pure Land. The first mode is to exercise Nembutsu in infinity. The second mode is to exercise Nembutsu in reverence. The third mode is to exercise Nembutsu in continuity. And the fourth mode is to exercise Nembutsu in purity. The first mode is to exercise Nembutsu in infinity. Master Shan-tao interpreted this thusly. One should continue Nembutsu without resting until one draws his last moment. The second mode is to exercise Nembutsu in reverence, which means that one should always be mindful of and revere the Buddha, the Dharma, and the Samgha of the Land of Ultimate Bliss. The third mode is to exercise Nembutsu in continuity, which is explained in his Saiho Yoketsu as follows. Continue to repeat Nembutsu and develop the heart for Ojo. At all times, direct your thoughts to Ojo. The fourth mode is to exercise Nembutsu in purity, which is stated in the Essentials for Birth in the West. Exclusively aspire birth in the Land of Ultimate Bliss and worship Buddha Amitabha do not include practices other than Nembutsu. In sum, what is essential for birth in the Pure Land is the daily recitation of Nembutsu. 法名返上実法世界念仏修上摂取不捨 The infinite light of Amida Buddha illuminates the 10 directions of the world, and all who call upon his name shall be received and never abandoned. Namu Amida Bu Namu Amida Namu Amida Bu Namu Amida 不修大悲願の阿弥陀仏発見教主株二仏六法豪者少女諸仏観音聖書大菩薩極楽会へ少女大観衆等一切三宝広大寺を阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏天下は十二時が正明国在明極便内容が入首公認無襲来上ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏高祖光明伝道大士元祖円光当然下上広告事業名称和順法に内視法年上二在上十国時三都年なき前二三国伝統初代祖師登場修士音ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏思想部も一切断度付け全宗上尊者独楽苦宿妙も邪力長生浄土ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ナム阿弥陀仏ハワイ浄土宗解散上人中高上人歴代上人並びん道二回帰来一切専門諸上人等現行願具教円満また願わくは開教師開教上人専門諸上霊追善増上菩提また願わくは東ころは浄土院解散村山地上上人原田源太上人吉田中上人伊藤健上上人加藤上壇上人山口龍海上人日野修水上人林明順上人浦上健上上人奈良市は雄文上人歴代上人並びん道二回帰来一切専門諸上人と現行願具教円満ナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダムナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは自問青年道円具無所証芸統合道場ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは当時会期来一切専門諸上人と現行願具教円満ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは当時会期来初段のつにいっぱい合敗信号中院諸奨霊と追善増上菩提ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブまた願わくは元に上来諸宿読開室エコここに弔ろうところの奨励は本日インターネット三景の各家先祖代々一族専門諸君霊と追善増上菩提のためにまた願わくはハワイ浄土宗男神と各家先祖代々追善増上菩提のためにまた願わくは専守病持つ王南王子三害万礼無縁内視崩壊平等利益We bow here on with the virtues accumulated from this place of practice to transfer our merit to our beloved ones for their happiness and achievement of enlightenment. Also, my prayer goes to those who passed away in wars, in accidents, and in disasters for the happiness and achievement of enlightenment. 願にし功徳平等性一切道法中菩提心往生安楽国 We aspire for these merits and virtues to be equally bestowed upon all. And may we together develop the aspiration for enlightenment to achieve birth in the pure land of peace and bliss. Ten年。ナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブナムアミダブツナムアミダブ何万だ。ありがとうございます。どうもありがとうございました。Thank you very much. Please have a great day and please stay safe. ナムアミダブス。